ladies, gentlemen, bodies of water. We are the Alchemy Lab. My name is Lee. I am playing Travok. I can't remember his surname, but I'm playing Travok.
You haven't given one?
I don't know. I can't remember if I have.
For a long time.
Yeah.
Hi, everyone. I'm Carl. I'm Graccus.
And I'm Matt, and I'm Surek, among others, today. Last we left off, you had last we left off, there have been some more, more.
There've been some fuckery.
Things. There've been some fuckery in Mihre.
Some damn fuckery between you fuckers. You fuckers.
But last time, with Graccus, you had run into some trouble in the Kal'Garga'Rak jungle. You had run into some raptors, which had been misshapen and corrupted somehow. Very peculiar. You're on your way to an orc elder. That's Graccus you were here to see anyway. But you have, along with your prior motives for speaking to them, you've now got other motives to speak to them. Make a survival check or a perception check. No, survival.
Both of us, or just Carl?
Both of you. It's going to be a combi.
Mine's 21.
Nice.
7.
Okay, 21. 7 is 8. Okay, 30, 35-ish, right? Something like that.
I don't know.
36. I got an 8. Okay. Wait, that's more then. Because again, forgot to do D&D things.
28 plus 8 is 36.
28 plus 8 is 36. Plus another 6 is
42.
42.
Hi, my name's Travok, and I'm a human calculator.
All right. Well, on your way, so it's taken you a day to trek through the jungle to the village, to the elders' village, where their clan are situated. During the trip, you've been watchful of things around you. You haven't seen much though. No, so the creatures, the wildlife is still sort of teeming around you, but it's a lot quieter than it was back near Gugavan, whatever it was, the place you went into first. Way quieter out here, which is peculiar because this is the thick area of jungle.
This is dummy thick in here.
On your way, you have found that you found small chunks of black rock, nondescript black rock, but you found sort of pebbles of it, really, embedded in tree trunks and scattered about the floor. You found a dead hunter as well. Dead lizard folk who
did
seem to have been
have like a lodge insignia with him or anything.
It was hard to tell. It was
like an emblem or something that I can take back to his dudes.
The
Hunter's credo.
Make a quick perception check.
Much better. 20 lots.
Yeah, so you did. You found a patch that had been sewn on to what was left of his clothing. He seemed to have been mauled as well by raptors or something else. You also notice that the trees around you are bent slightly. Ever so slightly. It tripped you out a little bit, but then you realise what it was, and you're like, oh, that's weird. Some of these chunks of rock as well are still hot.
Have they fallen?
You don't know necessarily if they've fallen. They seem to have been swept, like so.
Mhm.
So
the trees
and where the trees are leaning, so the direction they're leaning is where these are embedded in.
and so it's almost like an explosion. Of
Yeah,
some,
it seems to be something like that.
yeah.
Yeah, something has upset the natural order around here.
Any portals?
Again, not that you can detect. But the feeling that's nestled in, it's getting a little bit stronger. You, at sort of around daybreak, you reach the elders' village, which is signified by the tightening of bowstrings above you.
I think we found your friends.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of so there's orcs above, looking down at you. There's a few that emerge from the tree line ahead, carrying battle axes and swords. Well, I know I've seen you before, looking at Serac. Not seen you before, looking at Graccus.
My name is Graccus Halfaxe.
Right.
I'm a kinsman of Sirac. I hail from Torgovan.
All right. You're vouching for him, Serac? Yeah, I'll vouch for him. We've got we've had a bit of trouble out there. And Graccus here wants to speak to the elder. This way. It leads you in. But in the centre of town, not in the centre, well, it's sort of, the villages they're still sort of mud huts, basically. They're built there very sturdily. They're kind of built around the trees, like not to disturb them at all. There's sort of trees that go up through the structure and out through the roofs and things. There's a few watchtowers up above that are built into the trees as well. You are stopped in the center of the village, and a number of orcs, they kind of hold you at knife point, just like keeping you where you are. And a few older orcs start checking you over. They look into your eyes. They check your sort of skin. They see some of the wounds the raptors have left that have started to heal over due to your metabolism and physical health.
On those two, I didn't get hit.
No. They
Just more scars for the tapestry.
right, exactly. Travok, they look at you like, okay.
He's a friend.
They made it quite a ways in. Must be quite a skilled friend.
He is indeed.
I appreciate that. Friends, my name is Travok.
Good to meet you. Well, no sign of corruption in any of you, so you can go in.
Thank you.
The big hut there. The hut he points at is the largest one, built into what looks like a very, very large sycamore. There's not a door on the front of it, it's just like a drape. And there is a strong smell of incense coming from inside.
It's been a long time since I smelled the seer's incense. I walk in.
Mm-hmm. Travok, are you going in as well?
It doesn't really feel my place, really.
Hmm.
You know?
Yeah. Surak hangs around outside as well.
Hmm.
I don't think this is for us.
No, I'm quite happy out here. I think he's got some things to do. I'm just a tracker. We're safe here, so might as well enjoy it.
Hmm. Inside the tent, inside the hut, rather. Just dirt underfoot. There is an old orc sitting in the center of the room. He's surrounded by. 1 second.
You've muted. You've muted.
I thought I unmuted. He's surrounded by candles
Mhm.
that are. They look like just bits of bark and bits of wood that have been lit kind of on the end with an intense flame, and their tendrils of smoke rise up around it, almost like a net. He opens his eyes as you approach.
As I do, I take off my sword and lay it on the ground and just bow my head to him.
You've come a long way.
I have indeed.
Outer edges, by the looks to you, by your colouring.
You're well versed in our people.
Many have visited. Many come to hunt. You've come for a different reason.
To reconnect.
What made you lose the connection?
Time away. I've been living in Mihre.
Oh, I see. Place of heathens and soulless minions of whatever. Of what? Of very little, it seems.
There isn't much soul in the city, I grant you that.
The aimless rock is what our folks call it here. He says aimless rock in... You're speaking in Orcish right now.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. For what it's worth, there are good people there.
Well, let's hope they can steer the rock onto a better path.
That's what I'm hoping. I also come around the corruption.
Aye, the corruption.
Nothing should disturb nature and its guardian in such a way. Raptors killing for sport is not right.
No, it's not right at all. It takes a lot to disturb Kal'Garga'Rak in this way. And a lot has happened.
Can I be of service, Elder?
I think you can. I think you can. "11 days ago, there was a impact. Shook Kal'Garga'Rak. A great impact, but no fire, no smoke. And then the corruption began. Hunters we've sent there, haven't come back.
Have you heard reports of sickness? A plague of sorts?
No. No sickness. Just horrors.
Living or dead?
Scattered reports. They can't tell. They don't move like the living dead. Those raptors you saw can attest to that.
Yes, they can. Then I offer my service unto you and yours. I may not call Kal'Garga'Rak home, but our people do. I will do anything to preserve that.
There is honor in you.
There was, Elder, honor I seek to reclaim, but I do not have it any longer at the moment. Mihre is a terrible place.
Perhaps honor can be one of the things that steers the aimless rock onto a better path.
Let us hope.
Once the corruption is gone, should you wish, we will have more discussions of this.
Thank you. I'll take my companions and I'll see what we can do. See if we can put a stop to it.
Our potion maker, she will have things for you and your companions to take. Something to keep you going on the journey.
How far to the impact site?
It is toward the void and against the wind.
Where the raptors were coming from in the first place. I will see it done, Elder. You have my word for what it is worth.
For honorable men, it is worth plenty. Good hunting, Graccus.
I bow my head, I pick up my sword and walk out.
Mm-hmm. Sirak looks up as the drape parts. Did you find what you were looking for?
Not yet, but there's something we need to tend to. Travok, I need your help as well.
If it's hunting, hunt's a hunt.
There's a corruption seeping from an impact site, void way against the wind. It's what's corrupted the raptors. Apparently, it's been corrupting a lot of other things. The orcs have tried to deal with it, but hunters have died. I've seen what dark, corruptive power can be. It cannot be allowed to infect Kal'Garga'Rak. We'll put a stop to it.
As you wish.
In that case, we should get moving as soon as we can.
The elders suggest we speak to the potion maker first. They'd have something to help us.
All right. Then that's the way we go.
I look for one of the orcs from the tribe. Looking for your potion maker. Thank you. And I follow the direction they pointed to.
Mm-hmm. This hut smells even more of incense and of other things, and there's something like you part the drape, and it is hot in there probably from the various cauldrons that are set up around fires, and the various things that have been mixed. Ah. Now, he did say you would come.
Word travels fast, it seems.
When you're a seer, it travels faster than people think it does. The woman in front of you is around 55, so in her later orc years. Very tall. I was wondering why he was asking me to mix up some healing remedies. And now I know.
We go to try and cleanse whatever's causing all of this.
Well, then I think that bag there beside the drapes, and it's a sack, so a leather sack with compartments that hold 4 potions.
Mm-hmm.
These are all potions of healing.
Okay.
I'm not sure what you'll find wherever you're going, but I've seen the effect of it. I've seen the odd wound. Not many, but they've been bad. He's already told you that people don't come back, I would assume.
Yes.
Then you're in for quite the fight.
Not the first, I assure you. Most certainly not the last. Thank you for your aid.
Thank you for your service.
Gentlemen, let's go.
After you.
I start heading in the direction we've been told to head.
Mm-hmm. All right. Again, it is a long hike through dense undergrowth. You're trying to be as quiet as possible, so make stealth checks.
16 plus 22.
19 for me.
Mm-hmm. And a dirty 20 for Surak. So you make your way very, very, not quickly, but you make your way stealthily through the undergrowth. After 2 days, Travok, your senses spike directly ahead.
I'll do my brain whistle again to both of them.
Oh, it's you.
I think we're here. Just up ahead. That tingling in my tummy went up to the base of my skull, and now it's crawling all over me like ants. So I think we're close.
How far?
Him saying that, I want to crouch down and put my hand onto the soil and sort of just try and sense the sort of. Can I hear the spirits of the land?
You can hear it. You hear a faint pulse. So you feel a pulse almost in the back of your mind. It is the pulse of the land, but it's almost offbeat. It's not quite to the meter. And you are close.
I would say it's just past there. Sorry, just past up.
The land
Um,
is sick.
So on your journey here, the jungle has been getting more and more silent. And where you are now, there is not so much as a buzz of an insect around you. It is just quiet. And there's a smell in the air. It's very sulfuric and brimstony, and
I sort of get the impression of I get a flashback of the nihilist, the Genevieve, her hall when we found her.
Or would it
Mihre.
Mihre, sorry, yeah.
or would it be more falling dead?
I thought it was more of a brimstone smell on her because of all like the rituals and she was casting.
But this is void magic. I'm guessing. I'm making an assumption here.
Yeah.
Travok having none of this knowledge, this is player me.
Yeah.
Make a history check, Graccus.
It's not great. It's 10.
It's definitely familiar. And you can isolate it to your time in Mihre. Mihre is in your mind that she would be.
I remember this feeling and this smell. There are some dark things in Mihre. This is reminding me of them, but I can't picture which one. But the land is sick. And the natural rhythm is off. Right, Travok, we're close.
I'm sure we are. I'm pretty sure it's just past that tree line.
Whatever this was, whatever hit, it seems like it's shattered. All of these fragments of stone, and there's loads of them.
At seeing the stone, can I see if that triggers anything?
Yeah, oh yeah.
History again?
Yes, with advantage this time.
It's a 15 this time.
You're pretty sure it's obsidian.
Oh shit. Don't touch the stone.
Don't touch it.
Don't touch the stone. There was in me a friend and myself, we found an obsidian plinth, an obelisk of it. It was calling to a necromancer. Whatever in it was alive at some point. There was a... Do you remember the stories of the void ghosts? Sirac? The
Oh,
older
fucking hell.
It poisoned his mind. It drew him back to me from God knows how far away.
Is he calling you now?
Thankfully, no.
Travok?
I don't hear anything.
But it could be calling to another voice. The only people I knew who could hear it before were both magic users.
I have some magic under my belt, but maybe not the kind of stuff it's asking for.
This thing seeks power. The one it called before wasn't... It corrupted him enough to teach him to raise the dead. It even had those same dead kill his wife when she tried to make them leave.
Well, I think we'd better fucking sort it out.
It needs to be destroyed as soon as possible.
All right.
I carry head in the direction that Travok pointed out.
Yeah. So as you get closer, you notice that it's mid-morning, but you notice it getting darker. Way darker. And when you look up, it's almost like the smoke that you also notice a heat as well. It's almost as if something ahead of you is burning. but you can't see the glow of a fire. The smoke from it has emitted smoke. It has all collected in a layer above.
Oh, good.
And it's starting to get thicker as you're going forward. You can still see, but it's not pleasant. Could interfere with things later on if precautions aren't taken. Don't like that at all.
This is new, but it's not good.
It did happen on the obelisk as well.
Oh, yeah, of course, the smoke on the tower. Yeah.
Right.
It's drawn something to itself.
Something.
When we found the last obelisk, there was a fog or a mist surrounding where we found it. It was physically trying to prevent us from getting closer. We had to fight our way through it.
Seems we'll have to do that again.
I'd cover your mouth just to be safe.
Agreed.
I'd pull out a bit of fabric from my pack and just sort of make a makeshift bandana around my mouth and nose, sort of it will cover the worst of the smell and stuff like that.
Sirac does the same.
Yeah. Travok just sort of pulls his cloak up a bit more and cinches it around his nose.
And I keep walking.
The trees get thicker immediately, but thicker with trees that have been uprooted and tossed. And then they vanish. And you come to the edge of a great rend in the ground. It's bare earth, burnt and glassed. Estimate around 100 feet from end to end. Decent sized crater. This thing, whatever it was, it hit with some force. Just flattened. Like the trees they were like that, they're now sort of like that, and some of them have just been ripped up.
Yeah.
You can see something in the smoke. Giant, hulking.
Sword comes off my back.
It begins to approach.
Have I seen something like this before? As a ranger of, well, as a whatever I am of monstrosities.
Oh, you definitely have. Looks like a T-Rex, but not as you know it.
That's another big lizard.
Yes, it is.
Do you remember the hunting lodge?
With every footstep, the ground shakes.
We found our game, boys.
Perhaps we best prepare for this attack rather than being caught unaware. At that, I am going to cast a new spell.
Oh, are you now?
I am indeed. I am going to cast Spike Growth.
Okay.
I'm just give me an idea of, is this thing in between the two? I'm guessing more as cliff edges kind of thing, walking towards us.
It's coming towards you. It's not in any kind of bottleneck at the moment, but you could potentially form one because the tree line's right behind you.
So, okay. Gentlemen, I suggest we control the battlefield.
I'm going to hide in the trees.
Agreed.
I'm going to shoot it.
Sirak, get in the tree line first.
Right.
Better to not be completely in the open. As we retreat back, I'm going to drop the spike growth in the narrowest part to get to us. So it creates a 20-foot radius on the ground, which sprouts hard spikes and thorns. The area becomes difficult terrain for 10 minutes, and it is a concentration spell.
Mm-hmm.
When a creature moves into or within the area, it takes 2d4 for every 5 feet it travels. The transformation of the ground is camouflaged to look natural. Any creature that can't see the area at the time of spell must make a wisdom perception check against my spell save DC to recognize the terrain as hazardous before it enters it.
What's the size of it again? The radius?
20-foot radius.
20 foot. Okay. All right. It is getting closer to you.
Being as this is originally, I imagine this is a beast normally, isn't it?
Yeah.
Game speak. Because it's all corrupted and shit, has it got a new type now?
Probably a monstrosity.
That wouldn't fucking help.
You wanted fiend.
No, because for some reason I've got monstrosity on my sheet. I've got fiend in my character sheet. If it was an aberration or a fiend or undead, that would be good. But monstrosity doesn't fucking help.
It's close enough now that you can see it. So have you moved back into the tree line, Travok?
I did not get out of that fucking tree line.
All right, Sirak is with you there. Graccus, what are you doing?
I'm standing. So I'm behind the spike growth, in the sort of at the tree line, but just in front, so it can see us. So it's going to come towards us.
Cool.
I've marked this bitch.
It has seen you. So it's moved out of enough of the smoke for you to get a look at it. Its jaw is larger than a normal T-Rex's. Its arms are bulkier. And on the end of the arms, there is almost a sort of misshapen mouth on both of them that is sort of drooling and
yuck
coming at you like that. Rocky spikes cover all of it. It's like rock has started to pierce through it. Its tail is bigger. Fresh legs have erupted from its chest, and they're almost like spikes on the ground that are helping pull it forward to support the added weight of its head and the spikes and the arm mouth things.
This fucking gross.
The blades are almost insectoid. It's hauling itself toward you, and it catches a look at you, Graccus, and it roars with the sound of about 3 T-Rexes, and it is a roar that almost tears a hole in the air, the very air. Like it's like nothing you've ever heard, even out in the void.
Well, this can only mean one thing.
Roll initiative.
17.
17 for me as well.
Okay, that's 2 17s. Okay, so we have Graccus first, then we have Travok, then we have the Rex, then we have Sirak.
This is exactly the same.
It is exactly the same. Graccus, you first.
So how far is he now from us?
He is 10 feet from the beginning of the spike growth.
Right.
And how far is the spike growth from the tree line?
I would imagine it's in line, maybe in line with the tree line. I don't know where you put it.
Be a bit in front, so it's probably like 10 feet from the tree line.
Okay.
Oh, why the fuck did you say that, you fucking idiot?
So it's 10 feet either side. So it's 20 feet from the tree line.
The centre would be, So the outer edge would be 10 feet from the tree line.
Goodness
Yeah.
sake. I'm going to have to peek out of it now. You.
No, you can just do this. I'm going to hold my action.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Travok.
You know, do I want to? Why isn't he a fucking aberration, the bitch? I was going to jack you right up, Carl. Yeah, I can't. Yeah, I need him to be closer to me. Yeah, I'll hold as well then. That's what I'll do.
Okay, the Rex moves forward. It's not very quick, largely because it's just a mess of mutated flesh and stone, which looks like obsidian. Now it's even closer.
Mm-hmm.
It just drags itself forward, roars again, and goes 10 feet into the spike growth. So that's 2d8 for every 5 feet. So Carl, roll that.
How many?
2d4, sorry. 2d4 for every 5 feet. So that's 4d4.
Woo. That's 2. It's 5. 8. 11.
Okay. Oh boy. Okay. So its tail whips around to try and hit you, Graccus.
You're going to
hurt. So hang on. How far are you from Graccus, Travok?
I mean, I'm going to be right on the tree line. So
how many feet away from Graccus are you?
How far are you?
I would be about 10 feet. I would basically be on the edge of the spike growth, so I'd be 10 feet away from the tree line.
I would say I'm 10 feet diagonally left from him then. Left and back.
Okay. Right. And you're on the ground?
Yep.
Okay. So
when I said I'm hiding in the trees, I am at ground level. Yes.
So this potentially could hit all of you. So that's a 14.
Hits me.
Nope.
All right. Does it hit Surak? It does not hit Surak. Okay. So Graccus. Where my D8? There it is.
This is gonna hurt.
You take 12. Okay. 20. 24, 22 points of damage.
Fucking yikes.
And that was an AoE. So that could hit everybody.
Ugh.
Right.
Okay, yeah, still hit you.
Surak, would you like the first shot?
I think I would. Grasp.
Make it.
Oh, hang on a minute. It hit me. My concentration to.
Oh, yeah, do that.
Yeah, you know what? I'm going to let the concentration fade on spike growth. It's
okay.
Fine. I have plan.
Narrative.
All right. So grasp shot. So this should hopefully try and hold it in place, or at least reduce its movement. So natural 20.
Looked like it did it, yeah.
Yeah, but if for my plan to work, I'd like to be in place for as long as possible.
So that is 5. So that's, I mean, it's not great. It's 12 on the shot, but with the grasp, that is 4d8 poison damage. 4d6 poison damage, sorry.
Yikes.
So that's 16.
Arcane archer shots can get dangerously powerful.
I think that's what Carl is, what Matt is on our Saturday game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's 25. Okay. So it takes 25, and its movement is reduced by 10 feet. So you've got a bit more breathing room now as well.
Fine. Top of the round then.
Top of the round, Graccus.
So it's still how far from me now?
About 20 feet from you.
Cool. It's getting moonbeamed.
Hang on.
Oh,
I held my action. I haven't done my action yet.
so did I actually.
In fact, you both did.
Yeah.
So we basically both get a free thing here.
I thought
Yeah.
that was Carl.
Well, as you both held your action, and Graccus, you're ahead in the initiative. You're first.
Moonbeam.
Yeah, moonbeaming it.
All right. Call down the hammer of dawn upon it.
Basically, yes.
We're now in Gears of War, ladies and gentlemen. Bodies.
Yep.
of
Yeah.
Mhm.
The hammer.
I've called the hammer of dawn into effect. So cool. I have to roll to attack it. I'm just going to drop. I want it to drop on him.
Yep.
Basically.
Makes sense to me.
Nice.
So that is 2. Oh, what's a nice start? Oh, that's a 14 plus. 18 damage. Oh no, sorry, 14 damage. But he needs to make a Constitution saving throw.
I bet he's got some con.
He does. What do I need to beat?
It's only a 12.
He's beaten a 12.
Cool, so we take 7 damage.
All right. So is that added together?
So it's 14 total because he saved. It takes half.
Right.
Okay. So all right.
7.
Okay. And held action.
Don't you get to move that?
Yeah, I can spend an action to move it up to 60 feet.
Oh, and that's when you can start hitting him twice.
Well,
He's going to take damage on his turn.
basically. I get my turn,
Yeah.
which is me casting it. I've got my held action, which I can do something with, and then on the start of its turn, it gets hit again before it even moves.
But then doesn't it get hit again once it moves out of the moonbeam or something, or into the moonbeam?
If it starts its movement in the moonbeam,
But
it takes damage.
enters the spell area
And
for
when
the
it
first
enters, it
time,
takes damage.
It starts a turn on it. So the
Moonbeam nasty.
doesn't take damage, but
I've already done that.
I can then move it on top of him again.
Yeah.
Because it's
So
concentration for up to a minute.
So Travok held action.
I did. I originally rolled a 1, and then I rolled an 18. Fucking love halflings. Brilliant.
All right.
So 20, 18, 26.
26. Yep, that's fine. That hits.
And now I'm close enough to do the thing that I fucking wanted to do in the last time. So 8 and 4. So that's 12. And then I get another D8 because I can.
Okay.
4, 6, 8. So that's 18.
Okay.
The
18.
last 6 is force damage if he's double weak to force damage.
He's not, but it's still a nice chunk of damage there.
I think
All right.
what I'm going to do now, because he can't move as much, and we've seen that he tries to fucking wang us, I'm gonna move 10 to the left, around, still along the tree line,
But further out.
just a little bit further away from the guys, just so he can start picking his battles rather than spanking us.
Yeah.
Okay. And top of the round then, Graccus. We're back to you.
Cool. How far from me is he now?
Still 20 feet. Because you held your action and now it's back to you.
Yeah, just check. Okay. At that, I am going to rage. Oh,
Okay.
no, I can't because I haven't have a spell. Can't do that. That's fine. That's fine. I'm gonna stride up to it purposefully with greatsword over the shoulder and just try and swing it and take its ankles out.
Okay, right. You're moving into your own moonbeam.
I'm assuming this thing's pretty big.
It's pretty big.
So
But
yeah,
you're still moving into your own moonbeam.
Moonbeam's only 5 foot wide.
Are you sure?
It's 40 foot high, 5 foot wide.
Okay. All right, then you should be fine.
I'm also assuming because he's pretty big, like it's hitting him on top rather than. But
Yeah.
anyway,
It wouldn't matter, but you're
cool.
fine still. You're fine.
yeah, so I'm just going to swing at it and just try and smash it as hard as I can.
All right.
So 25.
25 hits.
Not great damage though. It's only 7 damage.
Okay. Okay. Travok. Oh no, any more? Any other business, Graccus?
No, thank you.
Travok.
So I want to keep. So now that I'm 20 foot away from Graccus, who is straight ahead of him, I want to be on the left hand side as I look at the T-Rex. Sort of try and be faced like I'm 20. I want to get within 30 of the T-Rex, but as far away possible as I can get from Graccus. I want to make some space between us.
Okay.
I want it to basically be a 30 foot equilateral triangle between T-Rex, me, and Graccus.
You're going to be right on the edge of the tree line, but
I can come out of the tree line. I'm okay with
Yeah.
being out of the tree line at this point. I'm moving forward if you want.
Cool. Okay.
Come on, you saucy dice. Okay, that is a 19.
19. 19 to hit, yes.
Don't know what he's got yet. One and a 1 and a 6. That's 8.
Okay.
Hit some obsidian shit right there. Bing!
You did. It reflected off, but it did sort of scratch it a fair bit, so that's fine. All right.
It was just the force damage that hit it.
Okay.
Just compressed the bolt into like a tiny little disc, and he sort of went.
Yeah. And it is its go. So it's under the force of all this nonsense, on all these attacks. It's been roaring and roaring in pain, and then it roars in fury.
That doesn't sound good.
It also
Right.
saving throw.
Oh yes, it does. Natural 20.
Cool. It only takes 4 damage then.
Okay. All right. So it's where are we? Okay. So you're right up to it then, Graccus. Yeah.
He's on it. He's on it.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're just out of range of its jaws, but you're not out of range of its arm jaws.
Yep.
Oh God.
And it's going for you with both. One, you duck one, but one hits you
Cool.
and does 15 damage.
You weren't looking there, Carl. I saw Matt's face when he rolled it. He went like this.
Yeah. Say 15.
15, yeah.
Right.
One of them like went above your head and you ducked it, but the other one
Cool.
caught you, sank its arm teeth into you.
Right. I roll concentration and beat a D10 on a con save. Yeah, it's 11. I beat it.
All right.
So I
So
keep
the moonbeam is
concentration.
still active. Moonbeam's still active.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Surak. I think Surak is probably just going to shoot it. In fact, he's just going to shoot it. Boop. With a dirty 20. Oh, jeez.
That'll play.
That bounced out of the thing, and I was rolling the wrong dice anyway. So that's 12. 12 damage. And I think after he takes a shot, he's going to reposition himself a little bit. Try and get behind it. Sort of in a similar move to what you're doing, Trevok.
Yeah.
Top of the round, Graccus.
Okay. You said it was healing potions in that sack.
Yes.
I'm gonna drink one of them.
Yep.
Because fuck me, I need to.
Yeah.
So that's 2d4 plus something, right?
That would be 2d4 plus 2.
Thank you.
We'll say that you distributed them. You take 2 and we took 1 each.
Cool.
Because you'd be in the firing line.
Yeah. Okay, that's 7.
I reckon actually, I don't reckon Trevor could take one.
Okay.
He says he's got his own stuff.
Cool.
In that case, we'd have 2 each.
Yeah. Cool. That's my action gone, right? Because that takes an action to do.
Yes.
Cool. I'm trying to check. Sorry, I just wanted to check if actually I can rage and maintain concentration. I'm pretty sure you can't.
Narratively, that sounds weak.
Yeah. I mean,
Well, it's your turn, so you need to hang on. Shall I do damage for you, Moonbeam?
it's only moon. So Moonbeam, as written, is only when it moves into it or starts its turn in it.
Okay. Right.
So I'm
going to roll it. Well, it started its turn in it before, so I'm just going to. So I didn't roll for it then. Takes a further 8 because I forgot that. All right, so you've done precisely 100 damage to it.
What?
Okay. Yeah, there's nothing else I can do on my turn.
Okay, so you drink.
Yeah, I've healed myself back up.
Okay. Travok.
He's going to stay where he is, like looking at the tail and looking at his pivot. He's going to have to move over here and solely focus on me or someone else. So I'm at a point where he's okay to be shooting from here. So he's going to do the same fucking thing, load it up with that force shit, some of that good. That is 18.
18 hits.
Nice. 5 and a 3 is 8, and an extra 7, 13, 15.
Okay.
Now we have done 115 damage.
Indeed, you have.
He's gonna stay there, I think. Yeah.
All right. Okay. It's its go, isn't it?
Yep. Con save.
That is above a 10. So.
Is it above 12?
Yes.
Okay.
So 15.
Okay. Yeah. So that's half 11. Round up 5 damage then.
Okay. It's going to drag itself backwards a little bit, which will incur an opportunity attack.
Yep. I mean, it's base 18 plus a lot, like 8.
Plenty lot.
Yep. That's fine.
That's much better. That is 11 damage.
Okay.
We have now done 126 damage.
136.
Yeah, idiot.
It's now moved so it can get its jaw on you.
Yeah, this is gonna hurt.
Yeah,
Carl, you keep looking away. You need to see the telegraph on the face, brother.
it's above 20.
Yeah, it's fine. I'm waiting for the damage now.
It's 18. No, it's not. It is. It's 18.
Okay. I'll do my concentration check. 18 half is 9, so it's still 10.
Oh.
I just made the con check.
Oh boy.
Just.
Yeah,
18 damage, yeah.
18.
Cool.
Christ.
Graccus needs some better armor.
Yeah.
Better dex because he's rolling. He's rocking leather.
Let's see.
When we level up, that's what's going to happen.
Because Travok's got 18, so his armor's only better because his dex is better.
Yeah.
Because they've got the same armor. You've got studded, haven't you?
Yeah. Yeah, when we level up, it's going. I've got 19 strength. When we level up, it's going to go on dex to bump that AC up a little bit.
Travok, it's in range of you
Okay.
as well. With its tail.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the same. So that's base 19 plus.
Reroll,
lots.
you bitch. I can do that once.
Goddamn halfling.
No, this is a feat.
Oh, is it fit? Okay.
Second chance.
That's
Okay.
12.
Doesn't hit. I get that once. I get that once a combat.
All right. Okay.
So he ducks. He goes, ha!
Yep, and that's what it's going to do, I think. Yes. All right. So, Surak is going to try and shoot it again. What have we got? Okay. He's going to take 2 shots at it because I keep forgetting he can do that. They both hit. They both hit. And we do a 10 and a. Oh, that was both awful. We do a 10 and an 8. So that brings it to that number. 10 and 8 is 18. Maths. There we go. Top of the round, Graccus.
Okay, so it's moved back slightly, hasn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm going to spend my action to move Moonbeam off of it and then move it back onto it.
Okay.
So con save, please.
I didn't know why you weren't doing this in the first place, Carl.
I needed to heal last round.
19, so I'm good.
Yeah,
Base 19.
Really good fucking damage as well. 6 then if it's taken half.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Right. So that was your bonus, right? Bonus action, you do that?
Action. Moving it is an action.
Oh, okay. Right.
But effectively, that action means you can damage it twice in
In one round.
That's true. All right. Any other business there, Graccus?
No, because I can't drink the other potion because that was an action. This is the thing.
Right.
I had to make conscious choices of healing or damaging it, and I took a gamble.
Okay. Travok.
Right, I'm going to come out of my 30-foot range. So I need to try and get him away from just Carl getting battered, really.
Mm.
I have no real way of taunting him or anything like that, but if I keep pounding him with this fucking arrow. It's not going to do as much damage, but I might be able to take it away. So I take myself back to 40 feet away from him. Right angles at him, so I'm just aiming for just the soft belly. Well, as soft as it could be, being covered in obsidian and horror. So it's 25.
Yes.
6.
Okay.
Fucking 6.
Okay. It is looking very badly hurt at this point, I should mention.
Thank God for that.
Hey, over here, you big fucking lizard.
Remember, its vision is based on movement.
Yeah. And I did.
Graccus didn't.
I did move.
It's true.
But now I'm not moving.
Graccus hasn't moved all turn.
Its vision is also based on what's hitting it.
Very true.
Technically, Graccus isn't doing that either. It's being hit by an ethereal beam of light from above.
It's trying to eat your moonbeam. All right.
I'll probably do some good damage if it opened its mouth.
Suddenly becomes 10d10.
So you're still 10 feet away from it, yeah? You didn't move, Graccus, right?
Nope, I didn't. Gonna regret that.
You are in jaw range, Carl. The worst kind of range. Apart from tail range, that was fucking awful.
It's going to do what it did. It's going to do the same thing it did last time. So it's going to try and bite you.
Yep. It's probably going to bite me.
And it's going to try and hit you with its tail, Travok. So,
Can it do that at 40 feet, Matt? Oh, it's an area of fucking effect.
Anyway.
Stupid bitch. Oh.
Right. I'm pretty sure that's a hit. Because it's, again, above 20.
It hits me.
Whoever you're talking to, it hits us.
That's still, it's not as bad as it could be, but it's still lots. So.
And stop smiling, you sadist.
I know. It's that's 12.
I want 1 HP because it put me to 0.
Oh God!
Thank God for relentless endurance.
I was going to ask: is that only because you're a fucking half orc? Dead.
I
couldn't even come and revive you at that point because I've got 25 movement.
So, DM, given that would have knocked me out, concentration, is it just gone?
I would say it's gone.
Okay, fine.
Travok, again above 20.
Again, none of us are avoiding that damage.
That's not nice. That's it.
None of them have been.
I rolled the wrong dice again, so it could have been worse. Okay, so that's not quite as nasty.
Good.
But it is still 7, 6,
13.
5,
18.
7, 6, 5, 18.
That's not what I wanted to do. 31, 23.
I did tell them before I started, I fear I've done something awful. And I think I may have been right. But
We're doing okay.
You've done a lot of damage to it, to be fair. And it is looking very, very badly hurt. Surak. The less said about what Surak just did, the better.
Don't forget he gets 2 attacks.
I've rolled them both.
Damn it.
And Graccus Foebreaker.
Over to you.
I
have one option at this point. It is to rage.
Okay.
Because I am not going to survive another hit. Let's be perfectly frank here.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to recklessly attack it as well to get advantage.
Yeah.
And I'm swinging for the fences at this point.
Yeah.
This is just... Okay, so that's dirty 20. Natural 20.
That's clutch. That is clutch.
I've got to hit... Oh, okay. Please let all these be very high rolls on this dice, because if they're not, I'm fucked. 4. 6. 13. 23 plus 4. 27 damage.
Quick maths. 27.
Yeah.
I just want to do this.
Holy fuck. Right, just a second, just need to... Oh. I mean, I would say I'd try and bisect it, but it's too big for that.
It's pretty large.
It's not
It's pretty large.
I mean, you said it's... I'm in biting range of it, right? And I'm guessing it's probably got its head down my height.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just full on everything behind a thrust and just thrusting straight through its eyeball then. And then...
I like to think while you're in its mouth, you're doing that.
Yeah, just bang kind of deal. And then just wrenching it out afterwards.
It had 190. You took it to 193. So, yeah. You hear it roar again, and then the roar slowly just dies away, and it onto its side.
God.
Surak comes running out of the tree line and pours a healing potion in your mouth, seeing that you are covered in your own blood. So that's 2d4 plus 2. That's 9.
Go to the tree line to have a wee. That's what he does.
I'm also going to, as I get up, I'm going to grab the other potion I've got and just neck that as well. I'm not good.
Hell with it, I've got 2. You can have the other one and all.
That's 15 health on.
That's a further 8. So you're looking slightly more healthy, maybe.
I'm still under half health, but I'll take it.
I should have just fucking given you all of them. Jesus.
In your defense, we didn't expect to fight one of those things.
You feel around you. So make a perception or investigation on the Rex.
It's a natural 20 on
Oosh.
24 total.
You see fragments of something. So you see the stone that's impacted it.
Yep.
Jagged. You see it smooth around certain edges, and you see glowing elements on these edges. You recognize them as similar type of runes to what you saw on the Obsidian Knife Island. But the glow sputters and fades out. It seems like this thing shattered on impact.
As it's fading, I'm just going to whisper to it, wherever you are, I will be there to end you. That is my pledge.
The air around you, it was thick and oppressive. You see the smoke begin to dissipate very slowly, and the heaviness of the air begins to lift. And you sense, Graccus, that the pulse of this island is starting to move back into the rhythm that it should. And Travok, I'm guessing you come running over.
I saunter over. Yeah,
Quite the trophy you can take from this.
indeed you can.
No trophies. It gets burnt.
As you wish.
We can't risk whatever that infected it spreading.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Certainly feels better around here. Now there's dead.
Yes, it does.
Well, we've got quite the story to tell to the Elder.
And yet another few scars to add to the tapestry.
Indeed. I don't know how long you're planning to stay, but I think the hunting is going to be a lot less dramatic from here on out.
Depending on the conversation with the Elder. Not that much longer.
Fair enough. How about you, Travok?
I'm here till he's here. I gotta take him back home, or wherever he's going after.
Well, I'll stick around with you then until it is time for you to depart.
Thank you, Syrax. For now,
Maybe we can take some trophies off the next one, huh?
let's. As long as not vote more corrupted things like these.
For the next few days, you have a number of conversations with the Elder. And those coupled with getting to watch Kal'Garga'Rak almost bloom back to life after what happened to it. Watching the jungle come alive once again. The wildlife comes back slowly and then gradually quicker and quicker. And it's less of a cacophony in the trees. Now it's a chorus of wildlife once again. And when you finally do depart Kal'Garga'Rak in the Dixie, you do so reinvigorated. And you feel that you've grasped nature once more. And ladies, gentlemen, bodies of water, we will finish the episode there. So, you've got a hell of a thing to go back to, Graccus.
Case. This is the end of this case as well, ladies and gentlemen. Bodies of water.
It is.
Indeed.
Part 5.
Yep.
Indeed. The Hunter and the Hunted, Part 5.
Like it. Like the name.
Yeah.
The name.
Yeah, so things have occurred, but you don't know that, Graccus. You don't know that just yet.
I do not. It's going to be one hell of a return.
Indeed.
I mean, you could come back and he could have got out already. And you never know.
You never know.
But yeah, you may have guessed that our pair have leveled up as well. Both Graccus and Cassius have leveled up.
We got some cool fucking shit.
Thank God for Moonbeam and Spike Growth. That's all I'm going to say.
Indeed. And I would also, because I feel like we're going to be seeing some more of him, I would level up Travok as well to level 5.
Fucking boss, yes.
Shift. Well, who knows if we'll see Shift next time.
Exactly.
Because he shifts like the sands. But just in case,
I shall level him up then, shall I?
level him up. Yeah.
So that's level 5 as well, yeah?
Yeah. It'll be to his next level. Yeah.
Cool.
Well, I thought I'd done something horrible. If you weren't a half orc, I would have killed you.
Very true.
But you played that very well. That could have gone way worse. But you tactically, I think you tactically outmaneuvered it, which was very good. For more,
I needed to do as much damage to it as possible before it actually got within range to hit us.
Yeah. And you did a fair bit. But we'll go through the play-by-play, I imagine, once the cameras are off.
Yeah.
But thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, do all that. Always good to see you,
Yeah.
and we'll see you next time.
Bye now.